equipment,
tools,
utensils,
materials.
Canning jars, lids, and rims. Canning jars, commonly known as mason jars, are created specifically for canning. They come in several standard sizes including quarts, half pin, and 4 ounce. The most common brands today are Ball and Kier. Water bath canner, or large pot with a lid and a rack. I use a large kettle that made specifically for canning known as water bath canner, which will contain jars. Jar lifter. While this isn't technically required equipment, I'm putting the jar lifter in this section because it makes the process much easier, safer, and it generally costs less than $3. A jar lifter has a rounded end coated in a rubber that will securely grab a mason jar when it is in the hot water so you can transfer it out of the canner without it slipping. Dutch oven or large stack pot. This is used for cooking the food that you will be canning. When it comes to this pot, bigger is better. Mine is an enameled cast iron Dutch oven, which is great because it's large, which means that lots of surface area for recipes that require the liquid evaporate. The cast iron heat more evenly than other types of metal. The enamel cleans up really easy. Stir stick or chopstick. Before selling your filled jars, you will need to slide the little tool down inside edges of the jar to get rid of little air bubbles. Chopsticks will do the job. I use one of these stir sticks. The one on the left is a glass whistle stick, and the one on the right is a naked lady drink stirrer that I brought back from the trip to Spain. A kitchen timer. Everybody has one. The hardest part is remembering to set it when you are supposed to. Wooden spoon for mixing jam and jelly and stirring salsa. Mixing bowls. Various sizes used for mixing ingredients and holding fruit while you cut, peel, and such. Sharp knives. I consistently use a paring knife and a sheath knife when I am preparing food for canning. The paring knife is for cutting off bad part of fruit, peeling off the skin, and things like that. I use the chef's knife for quartering and chopping. Tongs. When you are canning, tongs are like Superman fingers for reaching into hot places without getting burned. I keep them handy for taking lids off pots and reaching into hot jars to readjust large pieces of fruit. A slatted spoon. This is handy particularly for canning whole pieces of fruit or tomatoes where you need the liquid to drain off. Lots of clean towels. Canning is messy. Wipe your hand, place hot jars on them so jars don't ruin concrete top, clean up of messes, and so on. A strainer and or cheesecloth. Useful particularly for making jelly when you need to strain seeds out of your mixture. Ladle for transferring food into your jars. Oven mitts. Mine are connected in one long piece, which is more handy than you can imagine. I can tell you how many times I think, now where is my pot holder? When I'm canning because I drop it in random places in the kitchen. If two meats weren't connected, I'd never find them, but just me needs to have. Can I funnel? This isn't mandatory, but I would make a way bigger mess without it. Food mail or food processor. Nice to have on hand for some recipes. So those are the equipment materials of making sugar, for making fermented using sugar. So that's all. Thank you.